So big data is these large, enormous social media and other companies in the US mostly that aggregate our data and information. You have Facebook, you have Google, you have Instagram, which belongs to Facebook, I think. You have Twitter, uh, YouTube, etc. So you have all these different social media and big data platforms that have access to our personal information. They are able to track our doings, whatever we do, our movements and whatnot. And basically, we are feeding them with our data. So they know where we are, they know our GPS information, they know what kind of browsing history we have, they know what our likes and dislikes are, they know what we click like on, what we click thumbs up on, they know what we click thumbs down on, they know where we put our hearts and whatever else, they know what we comment on, they know our browsing habits, they know our shopping habits. They know more about us than we know ourselves, because all of these disparate points, data points, they can be aggregated together to create a very detailed psychological profile of every individual. And using these individual psychological profiles, you can create psychological profiles of entire demographics, males, females, age ranges, geographical regions, countries, etc. Right? So if any organization or any power had all of this data, then they would actually be able to see in real time the mood of a country or a region in a country. They would be able to influence the mood of a country or a region just by trending certain things, certain hashtags, certain news stories, etc. And all of this data, it is extremely valuable because it can be mined. This data can be mined and exploited to make you buy, to induce you to buy certain things or cultivate certain habits and whatnot. It's enormously powerful. Data, like they say, like the cliche goes, is the new oil. And all of this data currently is owned by the United States. All of these companies are US companies. And that's what is happening right now. It is a very scary prospect. We all benefit from it. It makes our life so much easier. Our cell phone, our computer, our tablet knows what it's like. They can read our mind. They know exactly what we want at what time, right? And they show us information and things that make us happy, etc. But they do this because they're able to hack into our psyche. They're able to read our psyche, and they know us better than we do. There is something called predictive analytics. So they're able to predict our behavior in the future, right? So that's what big data is. Sociology is passé. Sociology is obsolete. These teachers in sociology departments, their sociological theories are finished. They're of no use anymore. It is big data that has perfected applied psychology and applied sociology and applied psychoanalysis. This big data, all of this information, all these data points, these trillions of pieces of data points, that's what constitutes real psychology, real analysis and whatnot, right? So they are the real sociologists and psychoanalysts, and that's what they are doing. And they can actually make the world think differently. They can influence the world very subtly, but the overall effect is very powerful. So that is what big data is. It is extraordinarily powerful. It permeates everything. It doesn't recognize national boundaries. It doesn't recognize national sovereignty. Governments are helpless in front of it, unless you're China, because China has the great firewall of China, and they don't allow their data to be shared with the West. And to some extent, even Russia does that. So the countries that have some geopolitical standing, geopolitical ambition, countries with good leadership, they are able to ward off this threat from the United States and from the West. But other countries that have, other countries, they don't do it. So India is basically thoroughly permeated with the big data companies, and they know more about us than we know ourselves. So essentially, this could very quickly, very soon, and very possibly lead to something called digital colonization. We will be colonized by the West without them ever sending a single soldier into our physical, into our geographical sovereign region of sovereignty, because software and the internet and big data doesn't recognize, doesn't need. It transcends geographical boundaries and political boundaries. So we are on the verge of digital colonization. It will basically make the rich richer, the powerful more powerful, and the less privileged even less privileged. And those countries that are geopolitically weak, it will make them weaker. It may render them irrelevant. So that is what big data is. It is something that is very useful for the individual. It makes life very convenient for the individual, and yet on a geopolitical scale, it is a very significant threat to the sovereignty and independence and long-term existence of various countries.